Oh God, did you already do the...
Yeah.
I can't find the screen. There it is. There they are. And we're live. What's up? What's up, y'all? I think I'm gonna do some doodling today, just for a little bit. Well, hello, Pim from Germany. How are you? I never knew how to do that. I got friends that can like sit there and spin it all day long. So, I don't know. I'm not sure what I want to do this with. Extra fine, fine, fat nib, skinny nib, nip nip. I'm gonna have to sand it first. What? Pamela? No, Paula from South Africa. Indiana. We got Lori. Wow. Anne from Phoenix. What's up? JJ. Eva. Larry. Trudy. Lisa. Natalie. Debbie. Kathy. Pam. Christy. Mary. Lisa. San Francisco. New Orleans. Sacramento. Baby, baby. Montana. England? What? It's a pretty good size. I believe this is a 24. Right?
I think so.
Yeah. Ish big one. Mexico. Michigan. Indiana. No, what part of Indiana? Lafayette. Sacramento. So Thornton. Miss Erica. Hello, Scarlett. She is, Erica is off in the corner over there printing a dragon. I'm just gonna kind of use it as a reference to, I'm not gonna make actual scales or actual feet, or I'm just gonna do my kind of thing and just kind of, I don't know how dragons bend their bellies and their scales, and I need to think about which way this stuff is gonna be going. So it's like you have to like do stuff backwards and upside down. That's why I'm worried about. I'm gonna ruin this.
Do it with chalk. Also,
Unplug a Pascal paint pen. Wyoming, Greece. What? Welcome from Greece. She made it Tuesday live for once. Well, there you go, Beyond. Thanks, Scarlett. I'm going to go ahead and sand this. I'm just using some 400. There's quite a bit of trash on here. I think because we left it out when I did it. And our AC vent is literally right above here. So I need to sand it anyways, because I'm going to probably do a flood coat over it after I'm done, depending on if I like it matte though. I like it matte. International pressure's on. You know what's funny is I've never been nervous about people watching me paint or draw. I taught myself how to airbrush when I was just getting out of high school. I'd seen it in high school, seen it, and what do you call it? I taught myself in the basement, basically. Just painted. If you can call that teaching. I was just painting stuff, painting lettering, cutting out stuff. Like, obviously this was before the internet, so I had no clue what to look for, how to look for it. But I did. There was a couple art magazines that had, stuff that people painted, so I would just try to copy that stuff. And then I found Olivia, Sorayama, Frazetta, all those old masters. I shouldn't say old, I should say very amazing masters. Classics. Classics too. And then when I did get my first job in an airbrush shop in the West End, it was always packed. So I had to get over you're in the mall, and you're in a very busy mall. It was a very tourist place here in Dallas. So when I'd mess up, everybody saw me mess up. Teresa, I'm driving and listening to you alive. Casey, hey guys, just making sure you guys picked up Patty's pigments.
Yeah, we just got them. Is that Casey?
Yes.
Yeah.
UPS dropped off Friday. Front desk. We did. Yep. Didn't we show them?
That was on AT's Poor People. We haven't debuted them on the channel.
We did a live unboxing, Casey, on ATD's Poor People. If you want to go, you can check that out. We'll drag them out here on this feed. Thanks for making me feel bad for not doing anything with my life in high school. Well, you're doing something right now. You're living. You're living and you're learning.
Ones. That's the original one you want.
I had to teach myself because nobody knew how to do it. My art teacher had no time, or he didn't really know how to use it. And all the airbrushes in the classroom were destroyed because kids would just leave them. And it's very easy to destroy an airbrush.
I've done at least 2, I think.
So yeah, so I'm just gonna sand this now. I think I might need the 400. The 220. There's some. I got it. I just gotta put a little elbow grease into it.
Do you have any tips and tricks for sanding resin?
Just the trick of putting, normally I have it folded like this, like when you get a whole piece of sandpaper, and you fold it together and you start sanding, and then you're wondering why this side is not working as good, is because when you're sanding, these two rub together. Everybody hates that sound. And it kind of destroys the sandpaper. So I thought, why don't I just put a rag in between there? I'm gonna use that to get these bigger lumps off. And so it saves you a whole half of a piece of sandpaper.
A whole half. Alright. Hey y'all, happy Tuesday, happy Tuesday, happy Tuesday.
And if you do use the 2, I would definitely go over it with some 400 after that, because it's definitely gonna leave some marks. I mean, although resin covers everything, all the scratches and whatnot, I would still go over it with 400, so I'll do that after I'm done with this. This just takes it down a lot faster. See, this is the thing. I love how matte looks. When you sand this down, it really looks like marble.
Marble, marble, marble. I will ship to Greece. Rustica? Did I say that right?
We need to get that. We need to get that scratch map.
Oh yeah, we do.
And so we can scratch all the areas that
We ship to.
we ship to.
Sadie is making lasagna. Just rub it in. Hey, Jessie G.
I know, and I'm doing this hungry, you guys.
I know, we're so hungry. We decided to go to the little bistro that's in our building for breakfast after we left the gym. They were out of literally
Bistro.
everything.
It's a coffee shop
Cafe.
that you can sing at if you like.
Excuse me. They do open mic night on like Wednesdays or something.
We go in there for one thing and they're out of it. And they're out of sausage egg tacos. 10 o'clock in the morning. How are you going to be out of that? I know it doesn't get that busy in there. You guys should try this to a negative piece. I love, love, love how this looks
The
when
mat.
it's sanded. Yeah, I'll wipe it down with some alcohol after I'm done with this. Always be careful with your corners.
Right, Linda? Same. What's up? What's up? So, if you use any kind of gold flecking or metal powders and paste, be careful when you sand, because if the pigment floats, then you can sand that out and it's going to take all the awesome luster away. So just sand around those areas.
Yeah,
You don't have to
do it.
completely sand the whole thing. If you get most of the surface area, you don't have to worry about it peeling off or anything. So Jesse's sanding resin. This is a resin piece that he did last week. And he's just sanding it down to give it a tooth, because after he draws on it, we're going to have to top coat it. And if we don't sand it now, he's going to draw on it, and then it would risk him sanding off some of his drawing. So right now he's just wiping it down with 91% alcohol.
I'm gonna hit it with the 400. Make it.
Patricia wants to know how you know when you're finished sanding.
Because pretty much all of your shine like you can look at it and see if there's, it'll be dull. The light above you, the reflection, and you can see it. You can tell there's no more shine to it, and it looks like real marble on certain places. Like it's hard to explain. You have to kind of see it in person. And it happens a lot when you do like negative space. It looks really nice.
Way.
And you could hear the difference.
Yeah,
when you're sanding.
There are pieces that we don't sand in between, and it really depends on where it's going. Really, you're just trying to create a tooth because plastic won't stick to plastic. That's why you can use like silicone or caulking and like hot glue, and your resin won't stick to it. So unless you have someone picking at your piece, like it's, in my opinion, it's not that vital to sand it. But when we have time, and just to be sure, and especially when we have like imperfections in the surface, we want to sand it down so that it's super smooth. Hi, Okies. I'm still getting over my flu. What's up, Patricia? Hi, Brenda.
Look how cool that looks. Just no shine to it. Like, I love that.
With my missing resin areas, do I have to sand the rest down to meet the pits? Lisa, you do not. You just have to sand it down to create the tooth. Just make sure when you do your flood coat that you have a good, like, 1/8 inch thick layer, and that'll fill in the little dips. You don't have to sand all the way down to those parts. You can leave it matte. We will do a flood coat because he's using a chalk pen, and that'll come off if it gets wet. Anytime, Miss Brenda. Hi, Christy, France. Judy!
See, none of these guys are like twisting.
Hope so, Sandra.
Oh, there's one.
Hi, Beyond.
Top. These would be the. So. Alright. So if I do like. Who's that?
No idea. But Cujo's barking on this little shelf. Nothing. Wait.
Babe, I don't think he's gonna jump down.
I don't know, but I don't
It's
want
probably
to
another
try
delivery.
it.
I hate it when they deliver. They ring your doorbell and just basically leave. They leave it on your front door. That really irritates me. Sorry, I didn't know she moved the. All right. Yep. Sounds like a delivery. You guys, I don't know what I want to do with this. This is the one I think I want to do. I'm not going to try to make it look just like it. I'm just getting the idea of it because this is pretty much it. I'm just going to put design features in this to where, it gives it the impression of a dragon. But that's pretty much how it goes, right? Like it would go up and over. I might just have to wing it, guys. I might just have to wing it, ladies and gents. Where are we at? You can see this part down here.
It was chewy and freshly.
Mm.
By the way, I canceled freshly.
Yeah, that's not very good. Alright, so I think I'm just going to
Did I miss any questions?
I think
Hold on,
they're
hold your
just- I
questions.
think they're just being nice and talking amongst themselves.
What's up?
Huh?
You what? What? Why?
Oh, this is the same one, just different color. Sorry, she got on the phone. I guess if I mess it up, I can just sand it off and just redo it. I'm just gonna wing it.
Right?
I'm gonna get some practice. Practicing it. Here, this is a piece of. Look how much that yellow. You guys, look at this. Can you see that? That is, what do you call it? Embellishments Lex. What's the name of that? I forget the name of it. Veritex. I'm just gonna wipe this off and sand it and do some practicing on here. Ooh, that was filthy. All right, babe. What? Sorry, I can't see these questions. They're not in front of me, so I have to move them.
Hopefully all of those things happen. Hopefully all those things happen and they just apply that insurance information.
Alright, so I think I'm just gonna do like Jeff.
Oh, right, for sure.
You can airbrush on resin, of course. I mean, it's a, I'm pretty sure I airbrushed on one of her pieces, but I think she painted over it though. I'm not sure. I don't see why not. If you sand it, I'm sure it's fine to airbrush.
Alright, I gotta go help him with this live, but I will. Are you coming over later?
Lisa, you can still use it. You just need, you could just buy a small kit, like a half gallon of stone coat, art coat, and put it over the top of that, and it should protect it. Or you can just get some UV protectant, maybe like polyacrylic, I think. Don't quote me on that, but it might. Yeah, and if it's not open, I'm pretty sure you can take it back, right? And I don't know when Just Resin is going to.
Sorry, y'all.
So I think I'm just gonna like do my kind of wispy lines.
Just Resin is on its way. It's usually about 6 days from when I cover the invoice. Hi, Lena. Trudy, I want to say the shelf life for resin, like in the bottle, is like a year. Judy may have to correct me on that. I know that she knows. We're just glad you're here, Jessie. What's up, Dorian? Miss Bouvier. Countess Bouvier. Lady Bouvier.
So I'm glad I'm doing this on here because I might not end up doing it.
Mary says she loves watching Jeff draw. So glad, Ramona. A year after opened. Okay. I'm glad you're here, Dorian. Holly said she wishes she was a talented drawer. Me too. I mean, sometimes it just takes sitting down and practicing. Absolutely diving for depth. Have you sent me one lately? Petra, I think so. Let me know if it isn't. You send me like a DM on Facebook or an email. I'm caught up with those to my knowledge. Hi, Frankie. Was it through the website or did you just like send it? Thank you, Patricia.
Send it.
Or did you send it like to thorn@artistsalette.com? Did you do it? Sounds good, Petra. Let me know and I'll figure it out. I'll make it work somehow. Hi, Kathleen. Jill. So, diving for depth, I think the last one that I'm finding right now is about a leaking tint.
The silver does not come out. Right.
Jeff loves dragons too. Thank you, Larry. We're super pumped too, Anne. We're budgeting it out, Eva, for the koozie. I'll check those then. Just give me until after this live feed and I'll double check that. What happens if you go beyond a year with open resin? I'm not 100% sure, but I think it just weakens the durability. It may not harden completely. Thank you for the cosign, Christy. Are you practicing or are you about to make this a full piece?
I'm just seeing what they look like next to each other, basically. Like if you color something in or just line it. And I'm just getting this down to
What's up, Paula Wall?
to see what this does. Like, and I have to practice. Like,
Thank you, Sandy.
I just jump in and I'm gonna be real sketchy on most of it, and I don't want to do that.
No sketchy, check. Jesse, we just got in, like, not that many, but like 25 half gallons of Art Coat by Stone Coat, and we will be carrying just Resin's Diamond Coat as well, but I don't have that in yet, and I should have all of the resin uploaded and all of the materials to ship it safely tomorrow. You deserve it, Paula Wall.
Hooey!
Bless you. I like how that white Posca pen looks on there, but I think that's because it yellowed so much.
Yeah.
Thank you for the blesses.
Oh, thanks, y'all.
Thumbs up, buttercups. Great piece of advice, Lori.
See, I love doing that. I love doing like outline, but then you add some stuff to it. Like, you see, this is just a straight line, and if you just outline it, it looks just kind of boring. Unless you add something to that.
Your little flippy flares.
Flares.
Violet, I don't even think I've tried liquid diamonds before. No one's contacted me about carrying any other brands other than Stone Coat and just Resin. So yeah.
And I love how thin this pin is.
It looks good on you. Excuse me. Are you gonna do scalies?
No, because I think it'll be too
Too much?
like. And see, doing this, I think that it'll take away from, like, I'd have to put too much down, and then it would just take away from all of this. That's what I'm worried about, because I love all of this stuff.
Maybe just start with the face. Right, Lori? I don't know that. Well, okay, so I do have some Pro Marine that's probably about a year old. And I have some Famo wood that's probably 8 months old, and I have some Countertop Epoxy FX that's well over a year old. Judy said scales would be too literal.
Well, that's why I didn't want to.
Violet wants to know what your favorite size piece is to pour on. I would say 20 is my favorite right now. Probably 20, 24. Violet, that's what we like to do on our lives, is answer questions. So please, if there's no dumb questions, and even if you assume that we've answered this whatever question before, we're here to help. Everybody started somewhere, and so we're here to help people starting out. There's so many helpful people in this group that whatever your question is, someone is going to have an answer for you. Where do you live, Jesse? The color looks really good on this. What's up, Living Expressions Art? J. Carlos, welcome. Joseph, what's up? Mary. I'm so excited.
I don't know if I want to do this. Like, just doing that, I just don't want to make this literal, and I might have to. And I know I'm not good with proportions with dragons that are made up, especially when I don't understand how that works for the belly, the top of the scales, the spine.
Do you want me to find a white chalk pen?
No, that won't work. Because I'll have to draw over it, and you can't draw over it, so there's no use of drawing it, pre-drawing it.
Dion is very knowledgeable, for sure. Jesse, shoot me an email. Sometimes I can find cheaper shipping from other carriers. May help. Linda says use an alcohol pen and a wipe off if you don't like it.
No, I'm just gonna use a chalk. I'm just gonna have to, like,
Well, happy birthday, Ann Walker. Maybe do a henna type thing on the dragon. Yeah, he just doesn't want to, like, cover up too much of what he's got going on. Print a picture of the piece and test draw. I don't. That might be difficult. Do you guys have any advice on starting a company with your partner? My boyfriend does wood lathing and resin sometimes. I work with resin and selling our pieces together sounds practical. Violet, you should totally look into it. As long as you're quite sure of your relationship, because one of y'all are gonna have to put the business in your name, and so you have to trust that person. We're actually, the summit that we're speaking at in Vegas is largely about how to do exactly that.
I apologize for not doing anything. I know we get a lot of comments. People are like, I came here to learn, and you guys are talking and talking amongst yourself and answering questions and whatnot, and sometimes we do that.
Mike says get something clear, overlay, and draw on that and see how it looks first. We could do masking paper.
No.
Or not. Ramona, my favorite color is probably purple. Jake Carlos, there are people that, nope, sorry, I was reading a comment. Stone Coat's really good for working on wood. I think Countertop Epoxy FX has a wood resin as well. Y'all are so supportive. I'm not sure Living Expressions, but I will ask Mike about that. I learn something every time I watch. All the talk is good. We are a fan. Tell those people boo. That's what fast forward button is for. We're just visiting your world. Beggars can't be choosers. JJ said, no worries, Jeff. Art is a process and you're not a microwave. We get it.
I don't know. It's like I'm not feeling it. And I don't know why. I think maybe because these lines are so thin. Like if I just kind of maybe do the bigger stuff.
Yeah, I see what y'all are talking about, but I think he wants to make the head like this big, not just like this big.
Yeah, this is like, it's starting here. And if I don't like this, I'm really just gonna just wipe it off anyway, so.
I mean, yeah, it's a creative process. I mean, when people have questions about what do you do when you're in a funk, or how do you decide how you're going to embellish a piece when you want to, this all like ties into that, and I hope that it like inspires someone else to draw or just take a stab at it. Have a great day, Jesse. Right, Larry?
Look how it's like.
I think Jeff could just scribble and it would be divine.
It's weird.
Did you run your hand over that?
It's probably where I wiped off whatever was on there.
Right, Kathleen? Lisa, you can't rub in the fact that you have lasagna. It's rude. Also, I'm starving. When are you guys going to be in Las Vegas? Love to meet up if you're interested. Casey, we'll be there the 1st through the 5th. When you use glitter and resin, there's something special you should look for in it so it doesn't sink. So, depending on if the glitter is like craft glitter, a poly glitter, a metal flake, it's gonna have different like buoyancy in resin, and so how heavy the individual flakes are is gonna change whether it sinks or floats, firstly. Second of all, the viscosity of your resin is going to also help determine whether your whether your glitter sinks or floats in your resin. So the thicker your resin, the less odds of it sinking. But then you have to factor in like adding heat and things like that, which will thin out your resin, so then your glitter particles are more likely to sink when it's thinner, if that makes sense. Paula says that looks really great already. You know it's gonna turn out amazing. This looks cool. I just like hanging out with you guys.
You guys are sweet.
I know, they're amazing. He's on fire now. Oh, no worries, Lisa. Just trying to share the knowledge. Sandra's loving it so far. Love the video Sunday. I'm so glad. Holly, it's really hard to avoid that lip when you tape up your sides. All you can really do is sand those down and try not to scrape the top of your piece. And then you can like do a spray gloss over it if you want to, but that sometimes doesn't fall evenly. So you have areas that are more shiny than others. The best thing to do, which kind of sucks sometimes, is to just build up your sides, sand down that lip, and then just do a thin flood coat over the whole thing. Thank you, Joseph. Jeff, you amaze me. I appreciate that diving. Jay's amazing. I've tried this and I have no skills. Is that chalk? No, this one is a Posca pen, so I think it's a paint pen. Game of Thrones is back in 54 days. Someone will definitely buy that Fire and Ice Dragon, right? You're so sweet, Scarlett. Casey will be there the 1st through the 5th. Hi, Margaret. Love to watch your creativity come to life. Breaking out the gold. I'll have to look that up, Beyond. Great ASMR, Jeff. The like sound of the.
Oh. Yeah. Okay.
Jeff has such a steady hand when he draws. How do you unplug a paint pen? I know when I know there's paint in there. Sometimes you can just flip the nib around.
Mm-hmm.
Flip the nib. Make it a thing. Other than that, what can you do, B?
I don't know what that means.
When like you have like those paint pens, for example. They run out super quick, but you know they're not out. You know, they just stop working.
Now, these pens are known for that, and that drives me insane. You use them once, and if you don't put the caps back on like super tight, or you just don't use them, then they they stop working, and I don't have any idea why.
Yeah, like on the other side of that nib that he's using right now is like a pointier side.
Oh. You just take it out with your fingers and switch it around.
I see what you're saying, Beyond. Thank you, Larry. Anytime, go on, Kathy. We're supposed to drop off at Artco today. I might. No, this one won't be dry. I can't remember what she said this show's called. Artistic Passions show. Would love to grab a larger piece. The big pieces there don't ever sell.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Patricia? So it's crappy rainy here today, but it could be worse. It could be like crappy, slushy, snowy. I'm gonna have to take some of my medicine in a minute. Always store your paint pens laying on their sides. That's a good tip, Lori. What happened to glitter tubes? I don't know. I haven't seen GP in a while. That's funny, Kathleen. Our pleasure, Lisa. My eye's twitching. I think that means I need to take it down. Just one meanie. Y'all, here's my druzy mold from the other day. My latest. I just used leftover resin from Jeff's last piece. The resin color isn't that amazing, but it looks stony. Cold as a blankety blank blank here. That's no fun, Dorian. Missy says she caught the flu from watching me when I was sick. Highly likely. I've heard of that. Before Jeff's done, that dragon's gonna fly off the canvas. Right, Margaret? GP! What's up? We were just talking about you. Is that so, Miss Bouvier? It's just like right under, I don't know. How funny is that? We were just talking about glitter pubes being missed, and she was like, I hear I'm being missed.
Yeah.
Did someone message you, or were you ghost watching? Need to know. Kathleen says looking good. Sadie says looking fab. Beyond messaged me to let me know. Aw, thanks Beyond. Way to go. Looking out. We should just start our own like live notification program and not rely on YouTube. You know what? So, okay. Too many thoughts at one time. So they were saying that there's a lot of detail you're putting in, and I just want to point out that he never leaves anything for simple. Ever.
Something like this is the more you put in, the way better it's going to look. And you don't even realize what you're doing until you're done, and then you're like, oh my god, it's Saturday, and you started on it Wednesday. Like, you literally just kind of lose track of time. I'm the worst with time management with artwork. Like, I think, oh, I've been doing it for about 45 minutes, and it's been like 4 or 5 hours. Like, I literally lose track of time. I think it's just because I'm having fun. Especially doing detail. I cannot stand to do simple stuff.
But it's just cute because you started off by saying this is going to have to be more simple. We love seeing you on Tuesdays, Brenda. What's up, Daphne? Hi, Cherie. I'm glad you like your purple hoodie, Paula Wall. Very cool, Jeff. He's in the zone. Paula Wall has her hoodie on as we speak. Represent. Missy says same here.
That reminds me, did we ever get, is it Megan or Misty, the tattoo?
can't remember. I'll have to go through messages and shipping notifications. Leslie says, I love painting and drawing on resin, but I'm frustrated with using white paint pens because the flow is inconsistent. Do you have a brand that you like the best?
This is the thing, and it kind of sucks, is that you have to keep using a new pen to get a very good, consistent line. The second you think the pen is going to run out, I would just stop and just open another one. Because that's when it's going to, and then you're going to start trying to go back over it, and then the lines will be off, or they'll be a little look, lighter or darker in certain spots, and it won't give it that even cohesive look.
I think the Posca pen you're using right now is looking pretty good. Malto has some really
This
good,
is not a Posca pen. This is Pen Touch.
The white one was Posca.
Oh, yeah.
She was talking about white. Malto has good paint pens, and that one that he's using right now is from Pen Touch. Right, GP? The way he zones out when he does this is kind of how I am when I do like stoning or glitter work. Me too, Cherie. Not much. Told my ex to shove it. Feeling pretty good. Hate stress. Didn't you tell him to take a walk like a month ago? Jacqueline, that's just at this particular location that our smaller pieces tend to sell faster, and it's probably half because, well, I don't know, I'm not sure why. I just feel like
Well,
we
sometimes
sell
they have
more
a very
stones
young
than-
crowd too.
Yeah, budget.
That place is, they have a lot of acts going in and out of there.
It is bananas. Yes, the links to our Amazon are down in the description box. I don't know if I have Posca linked, but I will. I'll take care of that. That's funny, Margaret. Sounds good, Casey. Daphne says, I possibly got an art job teaching art classes to kids. Teaching kids art is really fun. You just have to remind yourself that they're kids. And half the time at least, they're not going to listen that much. Just mentally prepare
Maybe
yourself.
not. I don't think I've ever tried to use a Sharpie.
I don't think you have.
I don't think I
Thanks,
want to.
Angie. Shuri, I feel like that's insane, but I don't speak Celsius, so just an assumption. Why not use the black Posca?
Because it's just real heavy. I'm just trying to get a dot and a fade. Like to almost make it like a shadow.
That makes sense, Daphne. Anne says Jeff is super talented. Misty loves it so far, Jeff. Markers are my favorite medium. Arting with other people's kids, you're a saint. I could not do that. I would say for me to work with resin and small humans, I need them to be at least, what age? For girls, at least like 7, and for boys like at least 27.
I was literally going to say like 23, 24.
Thank you. You guys.
Well, thanks, y'all. Thank you very much.
Y'all are amazing. Right, Anne? Right, GP? Servant's Heart, we're just glad you're here. Welcome to the ATD fan. Let us know if you have any questions. So yeah, I don't mind teaching kids. It's just I only want to teach kids that are already interested in art a little bit. Like if I have to be like, hey, we're right here now, instead of like them chasing Cujo around the house. That's when I get like I don't even get irritated. I just get like I thought this is what we were doing. Not are we over here now? I don't know. GP, I can imagine Resin and a 6-year-old being stressful. Daphne, I think that happens a little bit when Jeff works with children. He has OCD a little bit, and he's very into his ways. And so sometimes his vision and 7-year-old's vision don't like tee up.
Tee up.
Kathleen, he is actually sitting on a paint shelf in the window. I will post a video of his current favorite place in the whole house on ATD's Poor People and on Snapchat. Basically, in the candy shop over there where all of our paints are, there's a shelf that's exactly level with the window. And Jeff made like a little ramp between the window and the shelving unit because there was just like a 3-inch gap, 4-inch gap. And so now he goes to the shelf and will like huff and puff at us till we pick him up and put him in the window. And then he's just there until he wants to get down and get some water or go OUT. Like that's just where he is now. Oh, thanks, Holly. I heard it was really good, Holly. No, he's not on the desk, Kathleen. That's his like second favorite spot. If I have shoes on, he's more attached to where I'm at. If I don't have shoes on, then he's like, we ain't going nowhere. She's not leaving. I got time.
Oh yeah, I forgot to send that to my brother.
What?
Today I got time.
Today, I got time. Right, Holly? He always finds some shelf. He just likes to be off the floor and in a cool, like, area. So, against the windows, perfect, because our windows have zero, like, all the cold air comes in. So, he loves it. And if he can be off the floor, he doesn't worry about getting stepped on or bumped into. Moo is currently in stock. This is true. What is Jeff doing with his finger? That's not what
I'm just trying to make a shadow.
Yes, he's blending out his dark lines. And Walker, thank you. That's what we're here for. We just want to help save you time, energy, money, and stress. I'm glad you liked that video, Patricia. Sandra, welcome to the live. Glad you're here. Jolinda, I'm glad you're here. My dog Cookie gets fired up when Moo barks. Well, he's in the window, but I don't see his little face looking out, so I think he is asleep in the window. Holly, Moo doesn't really like hang out in blankets. Like he just wants to be on a cold. I'm gonna take a picture of what he's doing. I'll be right back.
It's so funny because I do this because I want to make it look like it's faded or shadow or something, and I get into it and then I realize it's not working, so I just keep doing it because what else am I going to do? And I do this because of the stuff that I used to have when I was younger. Like I didn't have 100 different colors. I didn't know. Obviously, I didn't know how to airbrush or anything, and I didn't know how to make a shadow. So you have to make it with what you have. So I would just like blend marker stuff. You can kind of go over stuff to brighten up what you've just went over so that that bright sticks out a little bit more over the dark. Fill in some spots that were... This is just if you want like a rough shadow. If you're not trying to make it look smooth. I don't want this to be smooth by any means. I just want it to just kind of flow, I guess. I don't know. It was fun. Very rough. It's hard for y'all to see that. All these shadows. And the shine from the gold and the white when it's wet. I'm not a fan of all this, but
Tells me this current situation. Oops, sorry, love. The swipes are giving it so much texture. I'm sure, Holly. So here it is 3:33 p.m.
So we go over these gold lines where the black was. Make those a little brighter.
I will be on. Actually, can you resend me that? Because I think it is gone far away.
How far away?
She sent me a snap of a type of dragon. Haiku? No,
Honey?
that's poetry. No, Haku. I see you, Debbie. Oh, Cujo thinks he is not a lap dog. He's quite sure that he is a large rebel without a cause.
How does that sparkle?
I think it's just the cut of it, maybe. Judy wants to know where the eye is.
It's not. That's the whole thing. It's just the flow of it. I didn't want to put an eye. I didn't want to put teeth. I didn't want to put the nose. Like, I just gave hints of each thing. Like, it would probably be right here. Nose would be up here. I just kind of gave it this That's what I didn't want to do, kind of thing. I just was just kind of making it my own, I guess you could say. My own dragon. This stuff is good. Like if you wipe it on here, it'll smear. But if you keep like gradually rubbing it to the darker part, it'll fade away a little bit.
Sorry.
You can make your own shadows. Do not like that one.
Isn't there just random glitter in your studio all times? Yes. It doesn't go away. It never goes away. Herpes. Glitter is your friend. I agree. Love glitter. Sounds good, Misty. Right, Linda? There's no secrets. You can't whisper on this. Our mic picks up all the things.
Mm-hmm.
I can see you taking this piece over to your airbrush area.
Well, I should have done it in the first place, but it's so rough that I think I would probably just cover it up. I'm loving doing this just because it's...
I think it's adding some great dimension. In my humble opinion.
I don't mind it being so rough.
Kathleen says, man, his blending is so precise. I would make that a smeary mess.
Well, you just have to, like, you know, like where you're going to lay your finger down. There's ink there, and if you just push it one way and just do it to where it stops, like if you just do it in that direction. Don't try to sit there and or it'll go all over the place. You just kind of pull it or push it in the direction you want it to go, and then you just kind of...
See you later, Casey. Thank you, Larry. Thank you, Judy.
And I'll probably go over all these gold areas, who knows, with gold, just to kind of make it brighter.
I can't see analytics till after, like, the show's over. So right now I see 86 people watching, 5 messages per minute, 86 watching, sorry. But I don't have, like, any other info.
I wish I would have done them in like separate
Scarlett said
pieces.
Carrie and I ordered you guys a pizza. It's on its way. It'll have your name on it. I assume they deliver to your door.
What?
Scarlett,
What?
you're too sweet. I'm sure they'll bring it. If you have like the loft number, it'll come right here. That's so sweet of you, Scarlett. Thank you.
You guys
No one's
rock.
ever got me a pizza before. I don't know what I would do without all of y'all. Really don't. Mary says this is amazing.
Thank you. It's like, see, I'm like literally just like learning what I should do and what I shouldn't do with stuff like this. Like I should have just made them all individual little pieces. The thing is, I'm covering up the resin. If you haven't noticed, like I'm literally covering this entire thing. So it's like, what's the point of having, you know?
Maybe only do like light on the rest of it. Right, Kathleen?
But I'm loving how this gold, like normally you can't go over the gold once you've painted the gold pin on, but I think this black is giving it a layer of something that where the pin can actually glide over it, and then I can just kind of outline stuff again. I can make up stuff too. Like it would almost probably be awesome if I just did all this white first, then the black, just covered this whole thing and then just outlined it. That would have been crazy. But I can still add anything. And you know, if you use these pen touch, you can't go over itself. Like it's not a fun time. See, this is just so much more detailed and
Jeff, you're learning as like a professional already. Looks great. I love it. I wish I had the funds to put something like this on my wall.
you know, this will probably get painted over. And then do it for real, like do a real piece.
Well, this is kind of like maybe a test piece for embellishing. Maybe. So on my Facebook, I just got an ad for Doodly, which is apparently a doodle app. Try no dairy, gluten, sugar, or soy. I'm glad you're here, Joe Fish. Also, congrats on your Insta. Same GP. JJ says, what? Painted over? You cray.
If you guys only understood like how I feel about art, like how when I do what I do, I could be 2 days into a painting and hate it, like hate a piece of it, and just I can just roll like I've done it 2 or 3 times on one piece to just roll paint right back over it just so I can start over.
I think I saw you do that on a Maryland.
I did it. What did I do that on? I think I did it on a nun piece. I've done it on a couple pieces because I know that I could do better, and I can do it again. Like that's not. The thing is, I have to stop for like a day if I do that though, because then I get really frustrated with myself. But this was like back when I was like in a really like crappy artist block. And now I've learned to pretty much go with it, kind of, because of how I start my paintings these days now. It's way different process. I used to get mad at myself 20 minutes in and think, oh my God, this is horrible. And I'm only 20 minutes in and I'd paint over it. Not understanding that I could just add or change something up.
I used to get so frustrated when he would do that. He has it like just barely like half shaded in some of the parts, and he's like, this is horrible, I'm over it.
Well, the thing is, because with airbrush, you can't fix anything. You can't paint over it. You can't like, my mindset was 20 years of airbrush, and what you start with airbrush, you start light to dark, and if you do something darker, you can't erase that. You can't erase airbrush, because then it'll just go to white, and then whatever's around that just gets darker, so you can't fix airbrush like that.
But now he mainly does acrylic wash to start, and that is more forgiving, and then he goes in with airbrush to extra detail. Diving for depth. Thank you. Thank you for being so honest, Jeff. Always.
I'm just.
You've had just thrown one out the window one time, I'm pretty sure. I do that all the time, Mary Jane. I don't have a Facebook. I think you can DM on YouTube. I always walk away, even if I get frustrated, I won't touch it again until I'm ready. I'm really bad at overworking a piece. If I'm not happy with it, I'll just keep on and keep on and keep on. Particularly with resin. I'm really bad about if I set a piece down, if I come back to it, it's going to be too many forevers.
I like how this wipes off the gold. And that way you can just you can go back with the white and the gold and paint over it.
What are you talking about, JJ? What happened?
That you can just wipe off this, like the black won't really stick to the gold, which I love about this.
Spray paint doesn't really stick to it either. You better get with it.
This part down here is looking really trashy, but that's the thing. That's what I'm talking about. Just keep doing what you're doing, and you'll figure out how to fix it or add something that goes with it. It's like you're teaching yourself to make a mistake and then make something good from it. It's like just do it and somehow it'll turn out. And it's crazy because that's how a lot of times you get your style. It's like resin. Resin gives you your own style. Who said that from the beginning? Yeah, I bet I could take this, make this look like a shadow just by doing that.
Looks like it.
Like if I just draw on here.
Sheree says, LOL, Resin hasn't given me my style yet. Keep working with it. Mike, I totally get being anti-social media and like wanting to stay in the moment instead of on social media. But when you're an artist and you want to sell your artwork, social media is probably the least expensive, most productive way to get your work out there in front of the most people, if that's your intention. If you don't like, if that's not a big deal, then that's not a big deal. Eva says the only style I've gotten from resin is fish eyes and burnt resin.
And that could be your style. You never know.
Stay strong, Mike. Well, I'm glad we can improve your day diving. Yeah, I have a commission that I need to get done too. Jeff has like 3 that he needs to get done. We're super excited about our trip to Australia. Eva says, my style of fish eyes and burnt resin look awesome hanging out of the trash can. There's different places for different styles of art. Well, be gosh darn. It comes off.
Now the what do you call it? Comes up. Like if you just lightly do it.
The trash man is secretly hanging them up, probably. Thank you, Larry. Well said.
I can hear the paint in there, so I know there's a lot of paint in there.
How do you store your pieces? I'm running out of room. You can get a rack. You can get shelving. We fill up our walls and some of our floor space with our artwork. We have accumulated quite a lot. And then when we just can't walk in our space anymore, then we have a fire sale. This is true, Paula. I can pour 10 acrylics a day, but resin makes me cry. I have the exact opposite relationship with acrylics versus resin. Probably the best business to be in would be art storage services. Let's make that a thing. I know you didn't want to be scaly, but like this area close to the edge over here.
Well, that's what I
Looks
did.
like-
That I just started doing that pattern and
I
fade
like
it
it.
off.
I really like it.
Thank
See
you.
you later, GP. It sounds to me like the fam does not want you to paint over this.
You guys are sweet.
Y'all don't even know. If he sticks with this piece, he's gonna come up with something just hyper bananas. Like if I fell asleep and woke up in like 2 hours, he would have this whole thing filled with amazing dragon-esque doodles. Bye, Brenda. Petra always does an amazing job. The white paint pen is a Posca pen.
Like I love this pen. I want all the colors, but I want them all in this nib. I love this rounded nib.
Laura Taylor's at the dentist. I think you should do the tail and then leave the middle port area blank. That is not a bad idea at all. What are your thoughts and feels? If he's gonna just paint over it anyways, I'm gonna have him do the tail so I can at least get a picture. Sandy, there's always between 1 and 7 lazy thumbs that. Okay, Brenda. Glad you're still here. Thanks, I'll have to get one and ruin more paintings. LOL. Just keep at it. Usually people don't draw on pieces that they're over the moon about anyways. So, and if you're not over the moon about it, you're probably going to just paint over it anyways. So this kind of is something you can do when you're not fully inspired to pour or to do whatever else that you do art-wise. Jeff always says if you feel like you're in an artist rut, just doodle. So for this, for example, he printed out a dragon reference just to have a baseline to go off of, and then he just went for it. I bet he does some great work, Eva.
This is so far away. What does this look like?
Oh, you can see the gold now. Man, that's looking amazing, Jeff. I've been watching while running on my treadmill for the last 3 miles.
Awesome.
Thanks for watching, Christine. I love the looseness of it, semi-abstract feeling.
Yeah, it kind of is. It's just, it's one of those things where if I do it next time, I know how to execute it.
I think you should do the tail. Mad fun. Right, Brenda? Okay, So Christine says that she's been watching and running on her treadmill. And then Kathleen says, Christine, just to balance out the universe, I'm watching and sitting on my couch. It's all about the yin and yang. That's funny. Probably Margaret. It'd be so easy to get lost doing this piece. Great job, Jeff. So when he was talking about doing this, I was like, this reminds me of the time I tried to do an octopus and completely got lost in all the swirly twirlies of all the legs and arms. And
But she did it in spray paint, and it looked amazing.
after you helped me with it, it looked pretty good.
I didn't really help you with it. I don't remember.
You did the suction cups because I couldn't remember which side was up and down on mine. I'll have to show them. I like M&Ms. True says this talent is so cool. Now we can really see the gold. So awesome. Keep running. I'm getting chocolate balance. Will do, Larry. Sorry. What are you thinking, B?
I wish I had a new one of these. I mean, I can tell there's a lot of paint in here.
Bye, Miss Bouvier. Right, Judy? Is Posca refillable? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Could be way wrong though.
I mean, this nib comes out, and I don't know. I don't think so. It might be. Natasha might know.
He's not here right now. Could you guys please just bottle your talent and sell it on the Amazon store? That'd be great, thanks. I'm gonna find that octopus video. I can't remember where I posted it. Malta markers are refillable.
Molotov or yeah.
Gonna find it. And copic pins are, yes. You do a flood coat over this piece and you're finished. I plan on not letting him paint over it fully, but so yeah, it will be flood coated. I have some black diamond mica powders. They're not bad at all. They mix in pretty well. Rub it in, Sandy. What's up, Ken? The people couldn't see. We did JD's before Coyote Ugly, right?
I don't know.
Pretty sure we did. Because I'm not seeing it.
Oh, you're talking about that octopus.
Which one are you talking about?
What? I was thinking about the one we did when I lived over at Monkey's.
I can't find that one either.
That's in like a, where is that picture at?
Hi, Clara.
Maybe on my computer.
It probably is on a laptop. Sandra said this looks so great.
Here's what you find.
My tummy is super rumbly thanks to all of Yuns.
We're gonna go eat after this. Huh?
Now we have a pizza on the way. Gail said excuse me, just come in and Jeff looks great. Oh, I'm dying. Clara, the white is a Posca acrylic paint pen. Oh, awesome, Scarlett, thank you. She said just called 4 minutes ago, the pizza's en route. Do y'all say route or route? What do you say, B?
En route?
I say route too, I think. Pretty sure. Eva, I will tell Moo that Kelly says hi. He is perched in the window still. I'm a soup person, Daphne. I love soupy soup, like brothy. It's so soothing and relaxing seeing Jeff do this. Grayscale Painting says, I've been watching you guys for quite a while. I'm very impressed. Excellent work and care for your craft. Wish you nothing but the most success in your future. That's so sweet. Clara.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Now, always be careful with these pens. If you start to act up and you push on them and all the ink starts coming out, that's when you know you should probably get a new pen.
I like things that have substance, so I love steak. Well, I am 100% carnivore. I'm a meat eater. Steak. Digging it, Libby.
Well, thank you.
Woo. Just got a shill.
I wonder if I did that with like charcoal. I don't see why that wouldn't work. That would be
Do you want some chalk markers? I should grab a Sharpie for the complete experience.
Charcoal.
Oh. Really digging it, especially since you've added the second part. Steak is my favorite. Crab legs and steak are my favorite. So anytime I can get a filet Oscar, heaven. Richard, they loved it. I posted a video of it a couple days ago. Or yesterday. No, Sunday. I'm doing my part to save the vegans by eating what eats their food. You're welcome. I wish I could give them a better, like, here. Well, that's basically the same view. You're so fast, it would take me forever. You have no idea, Daphne. This would take me... I'd have to like hand it down to my kids to finish. That's how long. See you later, Sheree. I love egg rolls, Joe Fish. Pretty much like all foods. I'm very much not particular. Get some food. Those look almost spiny. Super fun. No. You guys will know when the pizza gets here because it'll probably ring the doorbell and we will probably lose his brain a little bit.
It's like he's getting worse and worse about when the doorbell rings for unknown reasons.
Toss up. Diane, which little picture? This one or this one? JJ said, what a transformation. Drove to work listening, and it is now even more maze balls.
Oh, thank you.
He doesn't bark at every little noise, but he will definitely bark if someone knocks on the door or rings the doorbell. That is when there's no stopping him. Roxy, he is 9. Clara's like, now you got me wanting to do some dragging. So you should do a big, amazing table like your butterfly one. So why do you dot back over the edges of your already there?
Because the black light, like it darkens it, and then when you take this even more opaque white and just kind of make it a solid dot and then kind of whip it, then it kind of makes it more of a shadow towards the end where you have a shadow.
So whip it real good?
Whip it, whip it. It just kind of brings back the brightness on the top part of where you've just shadowed.
Richard, are you trying to make everybody drool into their keyboards right now? My husband says my dog barks at squirrel farts. That's a lot. I'm retired chef. You're hired, because we don't even ever know what we're gonna eat, let alone which one of us is cooking, or if we decide to eat somewhere else, who's gonna decide? Right, Grandma Kathy, is that an invite? Chefs never retired. This is true. My dad was a pastry chef, and he chefed until he physically couldn't anymore. My eye's twitching again.
My back is killing me.
So we're gonna pick this up later.
See. Yeah, it would be cool if we did just like gray back here like this. Like if we were just to like you know what, like a shadow? How fun would that be?
That's crazy, Grandma Kathy. Cooking is easy. Lies.
It is pretty easy, I mean.
Hush your mouth. Hi from Iceland. I have family in Iceland. They're mostly in Reykjavik, but I have family that did live in Keflavik. We'll trade art instruction for cooking lessons. Come on over. My neighbors love that I bake. I'd be there.
He's a happy neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Pick it up later.
We'll see.
Cooking is an art. I 100% agree. It is not one of my mediums, but 100% agree. Will you take them for a ride with Lucy? Lucy. We need to have one other one that we can call Ricky. Night, Diane. Deal, Clara. I love brownies, Eva. Right, Mike? That gold just shines bright like a diamond.
See if I did this with the marker and just left the dots and then did it with an airbrush, it would probably look 10 times better.
There's so much depth in this. Like, look, you look right here.
Oh, no. There it is. There
Don't jump,
you
don't
have
jump.
it. Don't jump, Moo.
Jump, jump. Oh my god, he jumped at me. Okay, I got you. Let's go see.
Alright, I'm going to switch this over. Anthocene. So, yeah, we're going to go eat some pizza. Compliments of Scarlett. Thank you. This kind of turned out the way I kind of saw it in my head. I didn't want any definite stuff. definite definitions, I guess you could say. Like, you know, you see like feet and hands and eyes and ears and stuff. I just kind of wanted it to be how this resin is, just real loose, and I can't even think of the name. If I had like 5 of these, like if they came a little bit bigger, smaller, smaller, and smaller, and smaller, like this project I would spend 2-3 days on, because that's all I would do. Is I would start with the big parts.
Pizza's here.
Pizza's here. Here you go, pizza.
I'm gonna go put it over here though.
All right, so I'm saying bye.
Okay, I'm gonna take all of these so they can
Everybody, make sure you read all this and all of that. And
A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Come here, Miss. Come here. Miss, do you want to come up here? So y'all have an amazing day. Come here. Come here. On this dreary Tuesday afternoon.
Jeff. Thanks, y'all. This is just a really loose kind of thing that what you would do if you were just bored, or if you're really feeling like there's nothing worse than getting a commission or having somebody say, "Hey, I would love for you to paint me this," and then you do it and then you just stress about it. This is what's fun. This takes you back to when you were little, when you just wanted to doodle, when you doodle all over your notebooks and your jeans and other people's notebooks and stuff. This is what takes me back to, that's all I wanted to do. And I know my teachers were like, this is never going to add up to anything. And I'm pretty sure Mrs. Saunders in Dodge City, Kansas told me that.
You calling someone out?
I'm sure that she's not with us anymore. She was very old.
Those kinds of people stay around forever, though.
Right. She's probably on the feed right now.
She probably is. Checking in. She's going to give you a grade in an email.
Yeah. Anyways, thanks for showing up today, guys and gals. We appreciate everything you guys do for us and sticking around and sticking up for us when people gripe and complain and don't get enough of what we offer, I guess.
Some people just like to complain, and it's fine. That's their life.
What are you going to do?
I don't get hung up about it. Anyways, y'all, we will see you tomorrow, 8 p.m. Central Standard, Dallas, Texas, United States time. Be kind to each other. You never know what someone's going through. It's just easier to be nice, I think. Anyways, we'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.
I said bye.
Weird.